And that's how she looks. Just before we head out, these are the bulbs I'm using. They're Novsite H11, I believe. I bought them Black Friday sale, so they should be good. 6500K, so they'll match my headlights. So lighting's not great here, but just to get started, I'm going to quickly show you guys what the halogen bulbs look like, and then we'll jump onto the LEDs install process. Alright, so that is what the halogen bulbs look like in the fog lights. To do it, it's going to be really simple. Just pop off the frame for the fog lights that my DRLs are on, and then I'm going to unscrew the fog lights themselves and then just switch the bulbs. It should be a really quick and easy process, so I'll show you each step. First off, getting that DRL black plastic area popped off. So ideally, when you do this, you want a trim removal tool, which is either a little stick of plastic, but I only have a screwdriver, which is working fine. My bumper is already really beat up from highway driving, so I'm not too worried about any little scratches it might get. But yeah, just popping this off, kind of work your way around the edge. And just like that, this pops off. So just another recommendation, before you start anything electrical on your car, always disconnect the negative terminal on your battery. I forgot to do that, so I'm just going to quickly do that now. It's just safe rather than sorry. Even though there's no crazy high voltage parts we're dealing with, if you short something, you never know what it's going to affect somewhere else in the vehicle. So I'm going to disconnect the negative line, and then we're going to start working at the fog light unit. So yeah, popping that off was just, if it'll focus, a flathead screwdriver. And like I said, ideally you want a trim removal piece, and that'll make your life a lot easier, but I don't have one. So next up is going to be the fog light unit. There's a whole plastic chunk here. I'll get in a little bit closer. Whole plastic unit. We're going to take this whole thing out. It's just 3 screws. I'll show you that. Screwdriver. I want to say Phillips. Could be wrong. Don't hold it against me. Screw on the top left. 1. Another screw on the top right. 2. Final screw. 3. Once you have those 3 screws out, the fog light unit just pops out, and this is what we're going to be working with. Okay, so you're going to want to take the fog light. This is the assembly. You can easily just twist it off. My fog light was a little bit stuck, so I had to toy with it. But there's a clip on this back side. You're gonna either take a screwdriver and just kind of peel this clip up, and then you should be able to pull out your fog light, your old halogen bulb. The fog light I had was kind of very stuck in there, so it took a little bit of muscle to get it out of there, but it does come out. So once it's out, you can grab your new LEDs. The only thing that I'm worried about is this might be too short for, like, the housing might be too short for these LEDs to fit in, but I guess we'll find out. Opening up these lights, got some instructions, some gloves. Just put these on when you're touching them, I guess. I don't know how necessary it is, but rather safe than exploding LEDs. Definitely didn't come with the gloves in the last that I bought, so I guess they've upped their game a little bit. And then in here are the 2 LEDs. So this is what they look like. There's really cool red, and when I compare them, similar length. Obviously these have the fan on the back for cooling. They should fit, I think. It's really close size, but I guess we'll test and find out. Take the bulb, try test fit it. And the bulb does fit in there, so we are going to be good to plug this in back where we unplugged the other bulb, and then screw it all back together. So before we move on and screw everything back in, I'm just going to plug the battery back on and test these lights out to make sure the polarity is correct, just because the way these plugs work, they're not, it seems like they can be flipped either way. So I'm going to test it out, make sure it works, and then we'll screw everything back on. So once everything's on, you can see the light does work. It is very bright. Something I can notice right off the bat is there is some kind of hot spots when I shine at the ground. I don't know if you can see from the light, but there's kind of a couple areas that they're a bit brighter than others. That's just because it isn't a reflector lens, so ideally this isn't a good setup for LEDs, but because it's just fog lights, they aimed at the ground, like very low, it's not super bad. It's not going to be blinding other drivers. If this was low beams and it looked like that, you would not want to use this because it could blind other drivers on the road. Anyways, let's screw this back in and see how she looks, well, and do the other side. Alright guys, so it's all done. I'll give you guys a quick scope at the final product. Here it is. So as you can see, all three of my lights, 1, 2, 3, they're all LED now. They're all roughly 6,500K according to manufacturer, and that's how she looks. That about sums it up. Next up on the list is to, right now, these are my turn signals here. I want to take these, and these have a wire that comes with them when you get them, to make them be able to switch onto a turn signal. So I want to make these connected to these turn signals, so when this goes off, this will too. I also hopefully one day will replace these turn signals. So yeah, that about sums it up guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. And as always, don't forget to like, comment, and for more Mazda content coming, hit that subscribe button. Alright, peace out.